Coin.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. It's Dustin with CoinOp, and today we are going to take a look at some 1864 2-cent varieties. So let's dive right on in. Now, you're not going to find 2-cent pieces in circulation anymore. At least you shouldn't. But when you are out at flea markets or coin shows or at a coin shop, you can potentially cherry pick some of these beautiful varieties. Now, some of these are pretty scarce, so I do suggest looking for these. Now, I have not really done too many videos on the 2-cent pieces, so I will do more. Now, the 2-cent series ran from 1864 until 1873. When you are out and about, the most common dates that you're going to find are the 1864, 1865. So for this video, I'm going to do this one just on the 1864 varieties. And I'm just going to show you a few of them just to give you an idea of what is out there and what you should be looking for if you happen to come across a 2-cent piece while out cherry picking. So let's take a look. Now, with 1864 large cents, there are two main varieties. There is the small motto and the large motto. The large motto is common, and that is pretty much what you're going to find everywhere. The small motto, however, is pretty scarce, so they do carry a nice premium. So we're going to take a look at the differences. Now, when you are looking at the obverse of the 1864, first, you're going to want to look at In God We Trust. Now, on a small motto, In God We Trust is going to be short and fat, compared to a large date is going to be much taller and thinner. Now, you're also going to want to pay attention to the T in trust. On a large motto, the T is further from the banner than what would be on a small motto. Also, on a large motto, the U in the word trust almost reaches the lower edge of the banner. But if you take a look at a small motto, you will see that there is a clear margin in between the U and the banner. Another thing to take a look at would be the berries on the lower left set of leaves. On a large motto, there should only be one berry. On a small motto, it should have two berries. And lastly, another spot to look at would be the arrows down on the left-hand side. Now, if you're taking a look at the arrows, you're going to want to look at the feathers of the arrow. On a large motto, the outside has 3 feathers and the inside has 4. But compared to a small motto, the small motto has 3 feathers on the outside and 5 on the inside. So there are some pickup points to be able to distinguish the two, especially if you come across a lower grade one where In God We Trust is kind of worn. There's some other indicators for you to look at. Now, the small motto does carry a nice premium over the large motto. Now, if you are lucky enough to cherry pick one of these small mottos, they start out in low grades at around $250 and trade upwards of $1,100 in circulated conditions. Uncirculated examples trade anywhere between $1,400 and all the way up to $35,000. So the small motto can be very, very, very valuable. If you are taking a look at your 2-cent pieces, I always suggest checking the 1864s to see if one of them is a small motto. I have cherry picked one of these in the low grade before in the past. It's always nice finding a coin for under $20 that's worth well over $300. It makes me happy every time, so make sure you look for that. Now let's take a look at some of these varieties. Now, the first variety that we are going to take a look at is the 1864 2-cent piece that is listed as FS 1101. Now, this is a double die obverse. Now, this is on the large motto. Now, if you happen to come across one of these beautiful double dies, strong doubling shows on In God We Trust and on the banner. Those are your main pickup points. Now, you can find doubling on other areas, but mostly on the upper portion of the coin. So if you're looking at the shield, you can see a little bit of doubling on the shield. You can see it on the tips of the arrows, but mostly it is the strongest on the banner and on In God We Trust. So if you find a circulated example of one of these, those are going to be your pickup points to look at. Now, if you do happen to find one of these while out coin searching, circulated examples trade anywhere between $36 and upwards of $135, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $160 and upwards of $2,800. Okay, now we are taking a look at an 1864 over 1864. This example that we are taking a look at is listed as FS 1301, FS 1301. Now, there are a bunch of different repunched dates for this year. I am just showing you one example. This is a very strong example of a repunched date, but with the 1864 2-cent pieces, I strongly encourage you to always look at the date. There are a bunch of really beautiful different repunched dates for this year, and there are a bunch of really strong ones. Now, this one that we are taking a look at is listed as FS 1301, and repunching can be seen to the north and slightly to the left of the primary date. And this one is naked eye obvious. It's very obvious that there is repunching at the date. Now, I could not find values for this one because this example that we're taking a look at, looking through the websites and every place for value, PCGS only has a population of 6 known examples. So this is a pretty scarce and rare variety, and I could not find auction results on any of them. So sky's the limit on that one. Okay, now we are taking a look at an 1864 2-cent piece. Again, this is a large motto. Now, this one features a reverse die clash. Now, this one is listed as FS 1901, and this one was clashed with an Indian head cent. So the reverse die was clashed with the obverse of an Indian head cent. Now, I will tell you, it is weakly clashed. It is kind of tough to see. If you are looking at this one in the word cents, you want to look directly above the S. You can see remnants of the lips and nose of Lady Liberty. And then underneath of the word cents, you can also see some of the remnants from the clashing. Now, for this one, while looking up values and prices, it was a little tough to find some, but I did find examples that have sold, and I have found them selling in low grades for around $100 and all the way up to $320 in circulated conditions. And then uncirculated examples, I have found trading between $350 and upwards of $1,800. So there's your value points for you on that variety. Okay, lastly, we are taking a look at an 1864 2-cent piece. Now, this one is quite a unique variety. I really, really like this one. And unfortunately, this one's pretty rare. PCGS has a population of only 3 examples. So this one's pretty rare. I do suggest looking for it. I always look for this one. Of course, I have not found one of these yet, but I definitely would like to. Now, this one is listed as FS 1401/1902. This one features an obverse and reverse die clash. Now, you're taking a look at this one on the obverse. You look up at the top of the coin. That's where you're going to see the clash the strongest. You can see remnants from the clashing from the reverse of another 2-cent piece. But it is really strong up on the top of the coin. Now, here's what makes the coin unique. When you turn it over and you take a look at the reverse, on the reverse, denticles can be seen misaligned and clashed in the upper portion of the coin. So this is just a really unique one. It is pretty rare, so I do suggest searching for one of these. I could not find values for you. I could not find auction results on any of them, so I do not have a price baseline for you on that one. But I do suggest you look for it because it can be exceptionally valuable. Well, there you go. There are some 1864 2-cent varieties for you to look for when you're out and about at coin shops, coin shows, out cherry picking flea markets, wherever you might come across a 2-cent piece. Make sure you take a look for these. Now, I do know that here over at CoinOp, we are focused strictly on United States coinage, but we do have a sister channel. It is called Variety and Errors, and it is hosted by Kyle Frank, who is actually the publicist and media manager for CoinOp on YouTube. Now, on Kyle's channel, he talks mostly about currency. So if you are into various currency and varieties with your currency, or things to look for with your currency, you're definitely going to go check out that channel. He recently just broke 5.5 thousand subscribers, so he is getting up there in his subscriber base, and that is our sister channel. Now, he does have a video about the Sacagawea dollar and Washington quarter mule that was recently found and is coming up for auction. So if you want to check out that video, I will link it down there in the comments. I will also link you to his channel. Make sure you go on over to Kyle's channel, give him some support, tell him CoinOp sent you. And another channel for you to take a look at. If you enjoy seeing these error and variety coins and you want to learn more about it way more in depth than what I explain here on this channel, if you want to take it to the next level, well, there's a YouTube channel that is perfect for you. Ken PV. Now, he is one of the administrators of the CoinOp group on Facebook and the CoinOp Buy, Sell, and Trade group. And I'm pretty sure he's administrator of various other groups as well. But for CoinOp, those are the groups that he helps run. On his channel, he does have live streams where he goes in depth and takes a look and explains a lot of these error and varieties, what makes them an error and variety, proper handling, and just very useful things about your coins. So if you are looking for more than what I provide here, I strongly suggest going on over to Ken Peavy's channel, checking him out. You'll have a blast over there. The guy is a riot. So head on over there, have fun, enjoy his channel. Make sure you tell him CoinOp sent you. It's just a blast over there. And while you are at it, while you are here, do us a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. The more that you interact with our channel, the more that it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also, by subscribing. If you are not yet subscribed to our channel, click on that subscribe button. And while you are at it, click on the bell. That way you get notified immediately when we upload new content. Well, everyone, until next time, have fun.